Hello everyone, Maga Supreme here, coming at you with a new video. I know it's been a while since I posted a new video. I've been busy with my streaming and just actually taking a little bit of a break from everything, but I'm back again. you know, I'm here. So, what today's reading is going to be about is about inner gifts. Um, Inner gifts can be like anything from maybe like, psychic gifts or maybe like a good emotional or even physical gifts. It's just like what little blessings or what little characteristics in your character or in your spirit that really, really shines through. And what do you have what do you don't know that you have that actually can shine, and what can you do to actually focus your inner gifts? So this spread kind of touches on all of that. Um, I don't think this is one I made. I think I probably jacked this from somewhere, but it's a cool spread, and I think I'm going to use it for the purpose of this reading. So, for this reading, the traditional Rider-Waite tarot cards, the ones that look like this, they are the actual like cards in the spread. And my Cosmic Slumber tarot cards, the one that looks like this, are just clarifiers to like help me out or to like really support the card and like give me like context on what I can do to like really spark a message. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna just jump right into the reading. So with this inner gift spread, it actually starts in the middle. So the first question that this spread answers is, this is you in relation to your gifts. And the card that represents you, the person watching, is the Hangman, and is clarified by the Tower card. Now, in relation to your gifts, what I'm hearing here is that a lot of you people are just starting your spiritual awakening. That's also like made clear to me by the Page of Cups in reverse, which also hints to immaturity and lack of psychic development. But I'll get to that over there. But with the Hangman and the Tower card, I get the feeling that a lot of you, like if you're watching this, like are probably just opening up to the concept of spirituality and to the concept of like actually like listening to your intuition and your spirit. With the Hangman here, this is a shift in perspective, but this shift of perspective comes at a sacrifice. And with the Tower here, that is doubly reinforced. Because the Tower is like the destruction of the ego, destruction of everything that you once knew and loved, and the destruction and the washing away of like everything that you had set. It's the destruction of a foundation, and it's usually a not so pretty card, but to me, the Tower card can be like absolutely beautiful because sometimes these old foundations need to go because they no longer serve us. And what I'm getting here is that you're shifting away from this foundation that no longer serves you, and you're turning your eyes towards spirit. I don't want to keep like hammering this message in, but I keep hearing that if you're watching this, some of you may have like been involved in like maybe a religion or something like that, but there's something about that religion that's just not hitting a spot, and you feel like there's more, and you're opening your eyes towards seeing what's the more. And hence why you're like on this video and like looking, engaging in spirituality, think, or like at least like thinking on it. But yeah, this is letting me know, like, you guys haven't like started your spiritual journey yet, but this is like, you're thinking about it, or you're changing your perspective on starting your spiritual journey of walking away from everything you once knew and like taking that brave step into the spirit. And that's exactly what it is. It is a brave step to be spiritual because it's not a very popular thing. But yeah, so this is what I got here. You guys are just starting your spiritual journey. Like you're just now considering the prospect of spirituality and thinking about leaving everything you once knew. So this is you in relation to your gifts. So this is the gifts that you are aware of now. Is you have the King of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Strength. And with the King of Wands in reverse, clarified by Strength, it just kind of like enforces everything. With the King of Wands in reverse, is someone who has like a lot of power. And when I'm hearing, it's like a lot of vitality, a lot of energy, and also a lot of like spiritual power. Even though the Cups is the card of spirituality, the King of Wands still is someone who has like God at his side sometimes, or even the devil's luck. But the King of Wands in reverse is someone who has so much power but don't know that they have it, and they just use it and misuse it in the wrong ways. But with the Strength card here, it's telling me that you're really good at resisting using your power in the wrong way. So one of the gifts that you are aware of is that you're a very tempered person. You're very tempered and very disciplined in what you decide to give energy to and what you decide not to. And what I'm hearing here is that you have a degree of discernment within you. Like, you're really good at like spotting bullshit and spotting like what's actual truth. And with these two cards here, you're someone that that you shouldn't be fucked with. I'm sorry to say this, but you're someone that shouldn't be fucked with. And you know that, and you don't allow people to do that. Like, this is mastery, like, or at least like, if both of these cards was upright, if it was like this is like complete mastery over your energy and over your ambition. But this is like telling me that you have so much ambition and so much energy that you don't even know it, but you're tempering it. You're getting there, and you're actually like doing a good job at controlling like your habits. You are a very controlled, tempered, and badass individual, is what these two cards are telling me, and that's your gift. Yeah, that's the gift that you're aware of. Over here is what will help you share your gifts. And here you have the Page of Cups in reverse with the Page of Pentacles upright. And what will help you share your gift is realizing that you're not really connected to your gifts yet. With the Page of Cups in reverse, it talks about the lack of psychic development, the lack of spiritual development, immaturity in both the mind, the spirit, and the heart. And with the Page of Cups here in reverse, even though I speak of immaturity, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are an immature person. It just means that your mind hasn't been opened up in a way that it needs to be in order to access your gifts. And what the Page of Pentacles here is about practice. The Page of Pentacles is like ready to like start and ready to embark on a journey. So in order for you to like actually like share your gifts and use your gifts, you have to first humble yourself and realize that you're not in touch with your gifts. You don't know anything about them yet. And if you are using your gifts, you're completely unaware of what they are. You've just been doing it off natural reflex. And to actually like take the time to actually study, recognize your gifts, and like to hone them. And gifts can be like anything. Like for this pile here, like realizing your badassery, turning your King of Wands in reverse into upright by actual practice is what's like coming through. And I guess what I should say here is like in order to like better help you like understand like how to assess your gifts, you need to discipline yourself and you need to learn about what gifts are in the first place. You need to learn how to access your intuition. You need to learn how to access your gifts is what I'm getting here. And the best way to like access your gifts and stuff like that is to do like the starter thing and just like meditate. Sit by yourself for like a good half an hour into a space, play some calming, chilling music, and just let your mind wander. And when you let your mind wander, like don't worry about the frequency of the thoughts, how loud they are, or if they're insignificant. Just let everything flow. And then at the end, you take a journal or book or something, and you write down like what came to you in your meditation or in your beliefs. And that's just like the first thing that you can do to like really help you start hearing your intuition and finding out what's true for you and what other people is trying to put into your ear. So yes, in order to better access your gift, you need to recognize that you don't know anything about your gifts or that you don't know much about your gifts and set out to learn. That's the only way that you can help share your gifts with other people is you learn what they are and learn how to hone them. Because like I said, you're just turning your head towards spirituality and you're just starting to walk away from whatever this tower is, whatever foundation you used to have, and you're starting to step into something new. You're still a beginner at this, so don't go crazy is what I'm hearing. There's things that you have to learn and the things that you have to study. Let's see what gifts you can cultivate or discover. This is what gifts you can cultivate or discover. And for here, you have the Seven of Swords in reverse clarified by the moon. And to me, this spoke to me very, very loudly. The gift that you can cultivate or discover is the gift of being able to engage in shadow work, the gift to transform, and the gift to change. What this is telling me here is that one of the gifts that you can cultivate is your personal change and learning how to change yourself. With the Hangman here and the Tower card, this speaks of like huge, huge, huge changes. Like a big change and a break away from a foundation or something that you always knew and changing your mind and stepping into something new. And with the Seven of Swords here in reverse, it's reflecting an earnest desire to change. And with the Moon card, it's to change the parts of you that's like deep, like to heal like your deep pain and things of that nature. And also to face like your shadow, the things that's in the dark that you don't know. Yeah, with this reverse seven of swords and the moon, I get the feeling that a lot of you are going to have to face a lot of your decisions, a lot of your actions, and a lot of your karma. But that's a gift. Being able to recognize your karma and being able to deal and sort through it is a divine gift, and only enlightened and spiritually aware and open people can have access of healing their karma and like working with their shadow. Like shadow work isn't for anyone unless you are connected to your intuition and your spirit. And what I'm hearing here is that learning to face your shadow through meditation, through journaling, and through like radical acceptance and things of that nature is the gift that you can cultivate. So if you was wondering like, well, which one of your gifts you can start first? Well, you can start by working on your shadow, by tempering yourself. Like, man, I just don't want to keep saying working on your shadow. There has to be a better word for this. What I hear is that you can temper your ego, like temper who you are and make yourself a better person. Like actually have a real desire to make yourself a better person and to like change, to face your bad habits and your bad thought processes and the bad things that you like, not bad, but the things that was like not so good that you may have done to people or to yourself or people may have done to you. Being able to sit down with all that self, facing it and processing it will lead you to the best result of like actual healing. And this is the best way that you can start to cultivate your gift is by working on yourself and facing yourself first. That's how you can cultivate your gift. Or at least one of the gifts that you can start to cultivate. So next is, what is blocking you from accessing your gifts? And here we have the High Priestess with the Five of Pentacles. And this was actually absolutely hilarious because it's clear cut. What's blocking you from accessing your gift is spiritual poverty. You don't know anything about your intuition, or like you don't hear your intuition much, or you don't know much of anything. I get the feeling that a lot of the stuff that I've been saying in here just sounds like mumbo jumbo to you, that it's like actually really difficult and that you don't comprehend, but that's okay because you're just starting out. Like you literally are just starting out. So it's okay if like what I'm saying is like confusing or that you don't understand. But the big thing here is that the reason why you don't have your gifts and why you shouldn't be so immature as to think that you are in touch with your gifts is because you don't hear your intuition. You don't know your intuition yet. It's still obscure to you. It's still foreign to y'all. I'm hearing that maybe one or two of y'all might actually like are on the path to like starting to listen to your intuition, but it is still like the very early process of you listening to it. Because with this Five of Pentacles here in upright, right next to the High Priestess, you don't hear your intuition that well, and you haven't, or maybe you do hear it, but you don't follow it, you don't listen to it, and you don't trust it as much as you should. But either way, what's blocking you from accessing your gift is your lack of faith and your lack of trust in your intuition and into yourself. Spend some time with yourself and spend some time with your intuition, and like I said, with the whole meditating and starting a journal, this is a good way to like reverse this energy, to turn this Five of Pentacles from upright into reverse, is to really just like meditate and spend time with yourself in a quiet space and just alone with your thoughts. That's the best way that you can like connect to your High Priestess. Because with this High Priestess clarified by the Five of Pentacles, you don't know your intuition, and you don't, or at least you don't know it as well as you think you do. So there's more to learn, and yes, there's more to learn here with the Page of Cups in reverse and the Page upright. This is just all speaking to each other. There's more to learn. Like you haven't scratched the surface yet. So keep that in mind as you go forward, that you're still just learning, that you're not a master. Yes, you're just starting on your spiritual journey. So keep that in mind. The last thing that we have is gifts you aren't aware of. And the gifts that you aren't aware of is the Two of Swords in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And what you don't know about this, and this is really cool because this is also one of my gifts, what you don't know is that you're keenly aware of like sensing out bad fates for yourself and for others. A lot of people call this premonition, precognition, like being a psychic. What you don't know is that you're probably, if you're watching this, that you're probably a psychic. Like you can see bad fates or see unproductive futures in yourself and other people. Because with the Two of Swords in reverse, that means clarity. That means that you're no longer blinding yourself to things. You're no longer pretending like you don't see. With the two of swords in reverse, you see, and you see clearly, and you see the choices that's laid out before you. Whether you want Barnabas, right here, whether you want Barnabas or whether you want Jesus. You see it here. The choice is very, very clear. With the Hangman and Tower card, you can either stay to this tower or go to the Hangman. Like with the Two of Swords, it's about like dichotomy and choices, and you are clear about your choice. Do you want destruction or do you want salvation? You see this very, very clearly now, and or at least that's one of the gifts that you're like aren't aware that you see. Like you're not aware of just like how clearly you see yet, and that's why cultivating your intuition is like will be really, really good for you, because your intuition, I'm hearing, is like very, very strong and very, very keen. You just need to connect to it, because connecting to your intuition will help you avoid unfruitful behavior, unfruitful choices, and things that just do not serve you. So this is a gift that you don't know that you have, but it will come to you once you like start on your journey. You're a psychic, Carrie. You're a psychic. So just make sure that you cultivate your gift and strengthen your spiritual gifts. That way you can access this psychic ability that you don't know that you have yet. Because you don't know this yet, but you're a psychic. Believe that. So towards the end of this reading, I will pluck some oracle cards. I've already pre-plucked my oracles, so I kind of already like have them together. So I'ma just like lay them down. Yeah, I think I'll just lay them down. So the first one I have is like my Shamanic oracle cards, and what we have is burden, self-love, and inner journey. And these three perfectly encapsulate the entire reading. With the burden card here, this goes forth to like everything that I've been saying. Like you are just starting out on this journey. On your inner journey, you're just starting out. So with the burden here, it's like you have a long way to go in regards to your psychic development, but do not be intimidated by that. A spiritual psychic journey is so rewarding and so beautiful and paved with blessings, okay? A spiritual journey is paved with blessings because that's your journey towards God and towards the spirit. So it's always going to be infinitely blessed as long as you take it seriously. But do not think that this blessing doesn't come without some sacrifices or some challenges. Spiritual development and like facing yourself with the Seven of Swords in reverse and the moon up there, and facing yourself is hard. Seeing yourself for who you truly are is really daunting for a lot of people and requires a lot of bravery. So if you are going to go down this path, just remember that it's not all going to be peaches and sunshine and rainbows, and that there's going to be heavy emotional work that you have to do, heavy healing that you have to do in order to become the best person of yourself and the best version of yourself, and to access all these beautiful gifts that you just have lying inside of you. With the inner journey here, this is definitely true. The journey to spirituality is one that you take inside of yourself. So we even got runes here. I didn't notice that. We got Third Sass, Raiho, and Sowilo. Yeah, so this whole card is about like actually going forth boldly on your inner journey, like being illuminated by the power of the sun and having the strength to face your journey ahead. I know most of you, like you're probably just starting on your spiritual journey, but you don't see runes here. But I just started seeing runes on this, and this is amazing. So this is about the protection and the strength that you're going to have in your inner journey going forward. The things that you need to overcome the burden is all inside of you. You have everything you need to overcome the burden of spirituality. So of going on a spiritual journey. So go forth and be bold and be happy about it. But just remember that you are a student and that you're learning. You're still in the beginning phase. And remember to love yourself. Don't be down on yourself because you're at the beginning, or like you see other people doing everything and you're not there yet. Love yourself, and loving yourself is like the most powerful thing that you can remember. Self-love is the most powerful thing you can remember on your spiritual journey, because it will ground you. Remembering to always love yourself, because this can be a lonely journey sometimes in going into the spirit, because a lot of people are safe in the confines of religion or safe in the confines of their towers and the beliefs that they built for themselves. And tearing down all those beliefs and engaging into a path that's less traveled is really, really tough for people. But you are one of those people that's going along this tough path. You are a brave soul. So love yourself for this. Love yourself for your bravery. Not a lot of people are into this stuff, and not a lot of people go down this journey. There's billions of people in the world, and maybe only like hundreds of thousands of us are involved in spiritual work. So you're a part of a selective and very powerful club. So love yourself for that. You're hearing your call. That's why you're here. Just love yourself for it. And remember that you're walking away from beliefs that will destroy you. Remember, do you want Barnabas or do you want Jesus? You're walking towards the path of Jesus, going down spirituality. Don't go to Barnabas. All right. Now, for the other thing that I have here is a rune. So it was really beautiful that the inner journey card has runes on it. Thorisas, Raiho, and Sowilo. What I have here, what I pulled is Nahutis. And Nahutis is very, very, is the rune equivalent to the Hanged Man card. So yes, these two like work hand in hand because Nahutis is the Hangman card. And what this is talking about is your needs versus like your wants and your desire and getting your needs like fulfilled. So what I'm hearing here is that this spiritual journey is a deep, long, and a deep, urgent need that you have. Like this is a need for your soul, a need for your spirit, but you don't know it yet. So until you like learn that you need this, Nahutis is here to tell you that you will be going through like tough times until you learn the lesson of like listening to your intuition and like seeing things from a different perspective and learning how to just walk away from the things that you knew. Nahutis is here to tell you that a change of perspective is needed and focus on the things that you might need versus what you might think or what you might feel or what you might want. Be really, really honest about your needs. And this also goes into this right here with the why card, which is also about questioning your motives. Like, why did you come onto this reading today? Like, you know that there's something else out there for you. You know that there's something new and that there's something different. Like that you're not learning the full story, that you don't have all the pieces. So just know that you're here for a reason, that you clicked on this and that you watched this for a reason. You really, really did. And what you have to do, what this card is challenging you to do, is get down to the real root of the reason as to why you clicked this video and watched so far. Like, are you hearing your call of your spirit, but you just don't want to believe it or hear it? Or no, that's it. You hear the call of your spirit. You know that what I'm saying is true. So you just have to believe it. Stop and question yourself as to why you don't believe it or why you feel as though like this isn't you or why these things can't happen to you or why it's not for you. Question that and really get to the root of that, because what I'm saying here is for true. This is you. You are a powerful and spiritual, powerful individual in the spirit, but you are limiting yourself. You're refusing to be immature. You're being immature and not allowing in new perspective, new knowledge. You aren't really developing yourself or listening to your spirit or your intuition. You got to put practice into that and to really like give your and bring yourself out of this spiritual poverty of where you just don't listen to your intuition at all. It's for the importance of your inner journey and for self-love. Yeah, and I think that's the reading for today, guys. Yeah, if you're watching this, you're just on the start of your spiritual journey. Yeah, and in order to like really discover like your gifts and your inner gifts, the first thing you have to do is like face yourself. Face your fears, face your shadow, face your bad decisions, your bad habits, your bad thought processes. The first thing you can do to begin your spiritual journey is to face these things down and conquer them and to change them and to understand and to accept. Because that's what's going to lead you down the path to starting your journey towards your spiritual journey. Because you have so many gifts here, but only thing you have to do is just learn to connect to your intuition and like really take it seriously. Take cultivating your intuition very seriously. Don't be immature about it. Like actually study, learn about different techniques, different practices to like help enrich your spirit and implement them. Because you don't hear your intuition as well as you think. And I'm being forced to like really keep putting this in. You don't hear your intuition as well as you think. You don't. You need to practice. You need to like really give some practice into like actually hearing your intuition and hearing yourself speak and knowing what's you and what's religion, what's been put in your mind and what's not of you. You need to take the time to learn to disseminate what's of you and what's not. So again, everyone, this was Marcus Supreme here coming at you with another reading. I'm going to try to like shoot for at least like 2 a week. I know I kind of slipped up this week, but going forward, I'll try to shoot for at least 2 videos a week. And if you watched this far, thank you so much. Like, literally, thank you. Like, I appreciate it, and I love the support. And it means the entire world to me. So thank you, and be blessed.